All right, we're live. Hey, good morning. This is Garage Geek, and this is Friendsgiving live stream Onslaught number 7, I believe. And this is actually the last one. So this is my guest today, son of Crom, and we have a theme set up, which I totally messed up, but that's okay. So son of Crom, I really want to thank you for being here and joining me on this. This is the first time that we're actually joining each other live, which is really, really cool. Would you like to say some introductory comments?
Yeah, hi everyone. It's my first time being on a live. I love to watch other live, shows, but I've never been on one before. So thanks for inviting me, and I look forward to sharing different things I collect besides comic books as well.
Yeah, so that was supposedly our theme, but in true Garage Geek fashion, I messed it up. So that is that is his theme, but I have a slightly different one. But it's all good. They'll all wrap around. I'll show different things besides comics. So yeah, I always mess things up, unfortunately. So Steve Driscoll is here. Good morning, Steve. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Stevie.
I'm going to slide you over to go first. Oh, you're already there.
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to start with 5 random comics.
Okay. Well, I did grab some random comics. I don't think I've showed these before, and they're not something I normally collect, or people probably don't think I collect them, but here's my first one that I really enjoy. This is Casper and the Spectrals. It is a modern take where Casper, Wendy, and Hot Stuff are like, I would say they're young teens. Look at Hot Stuff's outfit. He has like a wallet chain, and he has a little spiked wrist. And Wendy looks pretty cool doing the, the rock and roll symbol there. Wow. That's issue 1. Here's issue 2 where they got, it looks like Casper's ready to be a Ghostbuster. It looks like. Wow. And is it not very glary? Am I holding it the right way? Okay. And the third one is the homage to FF number 1, as you can tell.
Kind of. It's busy. Down? Yeah, I was like, that one was really busy. I couldn't figure it out.
There, look at Hot Stuff. It looks like he's building up his powers to do a fireball blast or something.
Yeah, that does look like an homage. Yeah.
Really cool. So when I was a kid and my mom could afford $1, I could get 5 comic books. And that's the earliest price I remember buying is a 20-cent. And there was no tax, so I could always get 5 comics for free. And sometimes I would run out of Marvel or DC to buy because I didn't really buy like Betty and Veronica. So I'd always go to Hot Stuff or Spooky and comic books like that. So cool. I saw my 4th book is, I saw that you showed a slab of one of your favorite Spider-Man with the Clone Saga. That's really cool. So I started deciding, you may not have seen that video, it was a couple of weeks ago, but at the end I announced that I wanted to try to collect something that's hard to collect because I'm not a slab lover really. So I thought, why don't I try to collect a character in all slabs to make it more difficult for me and take a longer time for me to get the run. So my first one, though, I think is a pretty cool one. It's a 9.8.
Wow.
Spider-Man number 100.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, very pretty copy. White pages, I believe. So my
basically 9.8 is the highest level.
Well, I'm sure the highest level for this issue, right, in the graded census. Yeah. But yeah, this costs more than a couple dollars, just to let you know.
Oh, of course.
And then last but not least, I'm going to show, you're going to be the first one to see this, or the audience is. So I'm doing the comic collector of the day. That's something I did on my other channels because I've had other ones, so we can talk about that later if you want. But I wasn't doing giveaways on the other channel. I was more like trying to prop up people that had like 4 subscribers, and I'm like, that's a shame because I could see all the effort they put into doing their videos. And so I do, like Polynesian or whatever the genre was, because it's a Polynesian themed channel I'm talking about. And I try to prop them up. And sometimes we had one lady that had cancer and we followed her through her cancer journey. And it was kind of sad. And, I think a lot of people got choked up because it was just one day she didn't respond anymore. And her husband didn't have anything to do with her YouTube channel. So she's from New Zealand, and we kind of know she passed away, and it really broke my heart. But for ours, I just wanted to pick people that I enjoy watching or had a fun video. And so I'm just randomly picking people, and then you, the voters out there, will vote like in a tournament, like NCAA tournament style. Vote against a one-on-one until we get down to 2 people. And this is one of the options of the giveaways I'll give to the winner. And maybe I'll wait till Big Devil is back. So this is one of the options.
I told you my dog might scratch, so he scratched. So I had to let him.
Okay. So this is one of the books that I may give to the winner. It depends on if they like DC or Marvel. So I bought this book only to give it away.
Wow.
So it is a 6.0. I believe that's the first like team up of the Golden Age Green Lantern.
Wow.
And it's not that expensive. I mean, people will say, "Oh my gosh, you're going to give away $1,000 book." It's not. It's only a couple $100 book. So I'm going to try to stay in that range.
That's too expensive to give away.
What's that?
That's too expensive to give away. You're being crazy now.
No, it's not.
You need to give away a $20 book.
Oh my gosh. I guess you don't know how bad I am with giving away stuff. So I literally, I don't want to make it sound like I'm bragging or anything, but I must have gave someone paid for like $280 worth of groceries the other day, just randomly stepped in front of them and swiped my card. So fortunately, I'm at that age where I've paid off everything. My mortgage, well, my house is cheap. We bought it for like $68,000, believe it or not, in 1996. And I've paid it off a long time ago, and my vehicles are paid off. So I have all this extra money, and I was raised so poor that it just overjoys my heart to give stuff to other people.
Well, so overjoy your heart my way. What the heck? I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
There you go.
I don't want that. So I thought we were going to go 1-on-1. So you did 5 all at once.
Whatever. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Go right ahead.
So I just grabbed 5 random comics so fast. So the first one I picked is this, because this is like one of my favorite covers of all time. And I hate saying favorite of all time because that's redundant. This is one of my favorite covers. I love it. The next
Who is that choking him out? Remind me. I can't remember the character's name.
He's only in like two I forget the name of them.
Was it like Carrion?
Carrion, you're right.
That is it? Oh, okay.
Carrion. Yeah, and he's only like in this issue and the one before it, and maybe he appeared he's not a major villain.
I heard he smelled pretty bad.
When you were saying you're not a slab lover, my brain immediately went to necrophilia. I recently picked this up because this is one of my so-called grails. I always wanted this comic in the Amazing Spider-Man, but I found the Marvel Tales version, which is fine, and I only paid a couple bucks for it, whereas the original Amazing Spider-Man is worth, you got to pay like 40, 50, 80, 90, sometimes $100 for it. I don't even know the price, so I'm going from like 30 to 100. It's out of my price range. So I was so happy to get this copy of Marvel Tales. And at the same time, I picked up this one, which has got a really cool cover as well. So Marvel Tales reprints. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry?
Yeah, I like those when I was a kid. And I didn't even realize there were reprints at the beginning until I started seeing at the bottom on the first page, it said reprinted from whatever. And I'm like, what the heck? This book has been outdone before. So I didn't know that when I was a kid, though.
In fact, I did a video where I compared a reprint to the original because I wanted to show how they actually cut panels out. Oh. They cut panels and they make fewer pages and put more ads in. So you're actually missing content from the reprints. But I don't care because I read them. I just like them for the covers. I think the reprints are really interesting. So this one is for you. I recently picked this one up. And I got Giant Size Conan number 4. And I think I'm either one or 2 away from having the entire Giant Size Conan run. And there's only like 6 of them.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And look at that. Look at that face.
Wrath.
And I was I was going to show some recent pickups, and I was going to open this up, but I'm not going to do that. So I basically got 6 issues of recent Mad magazines, and I was going to open this up as one, but I'm not going to do that. And then I got 2 facsimiles. I got this Weird magazine, which is a facsimile from April of 1966.
Awesome.
Pretty cool. And then, of course, there's this Treasury edition of Batman, which I also wanted to show for you. This has just been released. And, if you have the original, that's fine. The original is probably not going to be beautiful like this. But look at this gorgeous facsimile edition of this awesome comic book. I had as a kid.
That comic book, yeah.
Yeah. So I think you should get this, Son of Crom.
It's very pretty. They did not have comic books in grocery stores when I was a kid. There was no spinner racks. Those were always in drugstores, or what people in the Midwest a lot of time referred to them as dime stores, not drugstores. Yeah. And at the dime stores, I would get comics, but at grocery stores, one day I discovered the large size Treasure editions were sold there. So like Spider-Man and Superman and all those issues, always Christmas ones. I always got those for $1 or whatever they cost back then. I think it was $1 for the big ones.
Wow. Yeah. I had a big collection. Sorry, my face is off screen. I'm reaching down to get some. I had a big collection of those, and many I inherited from my brother. And even at that time, the pages were a little bit yellowy. I don't have those anymore, but I remember because they would sometimes, just for those giant Treasury editions, they would put full page art. And it was so beautiful to see like a comic page, that large. Yeah. Now it's quite common because people get those giant books that show off art. And so, which those books are very expensive. But at the time, there wasn't anything like it, that giant art, unless maybe you bought calendars or something like that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and slide you over. So today our theme is, your theme is what we collect besides comics. So you're up. Number 1.
Okay, let's see. The next thing I think I'll go on is, let's do my hot sauces. So I didn't bring them all, but I loved it. I love hot sauce. I got into spice probably in 1983 with the first time I ever put crushed red pepper on my pizza. And I remember it because my ex-wife is the one that had me try it. And it's been nonstop ever then. I'm now at the level where ghost pepper and stuff isn't hot enough for me. I put hot sauce on all my food. But here's my first one I'll show off. This is for my wife, because I met her in Hawaii and she's Polynesian. But Hula Girl.
Hula Girl hot sauce. Where do you put that sauce?
Chipotle habanero. I'll show you some funny ones. I pick up just because of the title.
The hot, yeah. I'm never saying that on air, but you can.
Here's another funny title. Looks like an old whiskey bottle.
Oh, that's great. Colon cleaner. Oh, I love that. That's a great cover.
Yeah, what's it say? The elixir of Capsian extremis.
Yeah,
and am I supposed to let you go in between, or do you want me to show all the ones I brought?
So that's your first thing, right? It's only one?
Well, no, I have like 5 hot sauce bottles.
No, I mean, is this your number 1 and you still have 9 others?
I don't understand what you mean by 9 other what? Things I collect?
Yeah, because we're going to show 10 items.
Oh, 10 total items.
Yeah, and so if this is your number 1, show them all.
The hot sauces for me is just one thing.
Yeah, so show them all.
Oh, okay. So I have another whiskey bottle one. It's the Virginia Gentleman. This one actually is pretty delicious. I wish I would have tried it. Then I like the ones that come with little skulls or something on it. Little skull keychain.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I like the art on that one.
Yeah, just so you know, when I buy these, I buy 2, and I actually eat the second one.
Yeah.
Here's a full-size skeleton on this one.
That's not a gimmick. Oh, that's cool, too.
Can you pronounce that for me?
Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead.
There you go. Yeah, it's hard for me to do it on the screen backwards. This one's kind of cool. The 357. Mad Dog, this one's extremely hot, by the way.
And it's got a gun barrel pointing at you.
Well, it has a bullet that,
that
if you twist it, it's either a little cocaine spoon or a hot sauce tester.
Wow. Yeah, but the label has a gun.
Oh,
the barrel is pointing at your face.
Oh, right. 357 Magnum. I can't even see that. And then here's the hot sauce from hell.
Yeah, that's cute.
And it came with a little miniature flashlight that no longer works because this is from like 2002. That's how long I've had that bottle. And the last one I have is the original Irish Scream, which just had a cute leprechaun guy on it.
And his beard is fire.
And I'm sure if I open up these now, even though vinegar-based things last a long time because they're fermented, I'd probably die from eating any of them. They're probably so bad.
Yeah, but you have them for the art, which is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of those remind me of the tequila bottles because those are also very collectible. The different shapes of the tequila bottles. All right, so I totally disregarded the theme, of course, because I should have written it down. I just thought it was grab bag. And so I was thinking, well, let me have a theme around grab bag, but it wasn't grab bag. It was show things that we collect besides comics. And I was going to base it. I started thinking about you. And at the very beginning of your channel, you were very generous. And so I wanted to kind of build a theme around thankfulness, especially this is the last show of my Friendsgiving, which is thanking and remembering, to be thankful at this time of the year. So that's my theme. So I'm going to start with my husband, and I want to thank him for the support that he's given me. But he's also given me some things that I've shown recently. So he gave me this Garage Geek Funko Pop, right? That is based on me. And
how long did it take for them to make something like that?
I don't know. But a funny thing is another YouTuber was texting me. He was like, oh, after seeing that, I went and made one of me and my wife. And so I don't think it takes too long.
That is so cool they do that.
Yeah. And then my husband also gave me these, and I have shown these recently on the Mark Morris stream. Oh, that one's upside down. So I still have to hang these up, and so was that one, and so was that one. And that one. I'm prepared. So these things, I love these things. I got to put them up on my wall.
Yeah.
They're very inexpensive, but they look cool. And so
you have one of the Creature of the Black Lagoon in there too?
Let me see. Nope. So I bought 6 because the space would be 6, and I think I bought all 6. They definitely had Creature of the Black Lagoon, but I don't think they had it in this. Like, I wanted them to be equal, like, right, all the same. I don't think they had one, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I love watching those old movies. They used to show them every Sunday morning, and on the local television channel when I was a kid. It was fun watching them.
Yeah. Oh, wait, let's talk this comment. I actually have either 1 or 2 of the Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan. Yeah, I have that. And a hot sauce tester, sure, I'll go with that. And enjoyed the review of Savage Sword yesterday. I actually did too. That was but you were very mad at Marvel, but that's okay. You're allowed to be.
Yeah, it's like, oh, come on, guys. I want the I think a lot of us, especially I'll speak for myself being older, I like the things that I had as a kid. As we get older, we enjoy our memories. And I used to I've been in the medical field for years before I quit doing that. But when I was in the medical field, I did sometimes work with Alzheimer's patients. And it's funny because with Alzheimer's, you can't remember what you did yesterday or a second ago, but you can certainly remember what happened in World War II, like verbatim what you did on D-Day or whatever. So that's kind of with old-time comic collectors, at least for me. I think I like and enjoy the things I had as a kid more than I'll ever like modern things. So I sure appreciate that a company is trying to make something like it was when I was, 10, 15, whatever I was, you know.
I think the problem is Marvel shouldn't have named that comic Savage Sword. They should have named it something else, and then there wouldn't have been a problem.
Correct. You're right.
I like the original series. I was allowed to buy it as a kid because of the comic, but it was a bit naughty. Yeah, you like your naughtiness there, Scott. All right. So you're up.
Okay, something else I collect. So let's see here. Okay, we'll go with I don't have any gold or platinum today because that's in the bank, but I do keep some silver at home. So before I started getting back into comics, I was collecting precious metals, believe it or not. And it's always smarter just to buy straight up bullion. Like, you know, US Golden Eagles are probably the most valuable coin to buy and sell. But they're expensive. You know, one coin is like $2,600 now.
Dang.
And it's hard to collect and have fun collecting a bunch of them if it's $2,600 to get one. But silver is much more affordable. It's only like $30 an ounce. So I have some ounce. These are 5-ounce ones, and part of my ancestry is Scandinavian. So these one come in a little leather pouch, and these are, I don't know if you're able to see it, but that's a little Viking ship.
I see it. Yep.
Yep. And then it has like a Viking warrior on the back.
Yep. I see it.
And it's heavy. So I like these. I like collecting that. And here's another Viking warrior one with a, I don't know, Hawkeye from the Viking Age.
Yeah.
And then the Viking ships on the back of that too. And I also have a tiny one that I've never opened. It's like an ingot that's only 1 ounce. Can't really show that. And because I love comics and I love Godzilla, which I'll bring up in my next show, is here's a 1 ounce silver coin of Spider-Man.
I was going to tell you about those. Yep.
Yep. So this is not, obviously this is not silver plated. This is actual 100% silver. And this was made, it's actually a $2 silver piece from, it looks like New Zealand. New Zealand, other mints also make other stuff like that. And here is one, I can't read it even with my glasses, but this is one they made for Godzilla to commemorate the new Kong, the newer movie when it first came out, the first Kong Godzilla one.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's it. I don't keep my gold ones. You know, I don't have a lot, but the ones I saved when I bought them when they weren't that expensive years ago, I like to save them for my kids. That way, when I croak, they can go probably cash them in and party or whatever they're going to do with them.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that a lot of the companies are putting out series of coins like that with Marvel, DC, and Disney characters on them. So I've seen that a lot recently.
Yeah, you've seen my Iron Man statue, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, it's a 5.5 ounce, like 3D from the movie. So I actually was going to give that away with my Iron Man set, but I decided not to do it because it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't think I can give away that much in a gift.
You shouldn't have been giving away anything like that.
Oh, that's okay.
Anyways, we're going to go from the high end, ultra costing a lot of money to the low end. So the next thing that I'm going to be thankful for is, of course, my daughter. She gave me this hideous statue of Chilindrina. So it's from a Mexican comedy TV show, which is actually quite funny.
Right.
It's called Chavo del Ocho. And whenever my husband is watching it, which is often, I will just see parts of it and just start laughing, even though the whole thing is in Spanish. It's a very funny show. So this is this, god-awful statue, but I always have it next to me. I love it. It's garish. It's ugly. But my daughter gave it to me when she was young. And for that reason.
What's the little hole in her mouth for?
Because she has like one tooth missing. They blacked it out on the show.
Okay, I thought that was like you could put a cigarette there and make it look like she's smoking or something. Oh, yeah. I see.
And you would think it's a bank, but it's not even. It doesn't have a function even. It's just a garish statue. So there you go. All right, let me slide you over. Oh, wait, here we have a comment. Gold and silver. Gold and stolen have two things in common online, right in the center. I don't understand that. Gold and stolen have two things in common. I think OL means online.
I don't know.
Henry, I'm sorry. I can't understand that one. Go ahead. You can explain it more. Go ahead and show off your next thing.
Okay. So I mentioned that I liked Godzilla. So, and big monsters. I always liked big monsters as I was a kid. So I collect, and I don't even have these in bags or boards or anything, but I just collect anything cool. There's two of my favorite characters, Gamera and Godzilla. The two that I wanted to grow up to be when I was a little boy, and I mean really little. Now I realize I can't turn into a monster as I get older. Not literally.
Okay, stop. It was a joke, and I get it now. He said gold and stolen have two things in common. See, this is why punctuation is so important, Henry. You needed a period after common or a comma or something. OL right in the center. Yes, gold and stolen have O and L in the middle, and they have that.
Oh,
got it. It's a joke now. And I think I've heard that one before. Okay, now it's funny. All right, go ahead, continue.
There is another cover.
Oh, those things are gorgeous. Send them to me now.
Yeah, they're so pretty, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a modern one, and this isn't a famous monsters, but it's just something when I see stuff like this, whatever company makes it, they've already suckered me in. I'm going to buy it.
Guide to Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, that's great.
And here's a Life magazine did a special.
Okay, that Photoshop is so awesome. That's probably from the movie too.
Yeah, that's from so cool. Gojira.
But you know what? I don't think he's even that big. I think he's a little bit smaller than that.
He's changed sizes over the years.
Yeah.
So here's one I picked up because my youngest daughter loved when she started watching the old movies with me that I bought on DVD or VHS. Well, not VHS. She wasn't alive then, but my youngest one wasn't. But I'd watch some Gamera ones, and she fell in love with Gamera. So I kind of picked this one up for her to have someday.
Oh my gosh, that famous Monsters cover is amazing. I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
And I have one famous monster cover that I actually had from my childhood that my mom sent to me. Because I asked her one time, do I have any old comic books hidden like in my underwear drawer? Because she still has our rooms exactly like they were, 50 some years ago. And she goes, no, but I found an old magazine. I said, send it to me. She didn't even tell me what it was. And it was one of my ones I bought off the shelf at a what do you call it? Grocery store.
Yeah.
And that was my first famous monster, the Filmland.
Wow. And
that's 114, it looks like. That's Godzilla and Rodan.
I can't really tell Rodan, but he's got a horn.
The bird.
Oh.
Or the bird guy right there.
Oh, I see it now. Those are the top of the wings, and his head is turned sideways.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Those are really, really cool.
And that's all. I'll share other stuff later.
All right. So the next person I want to be thankful for is, I'm going to start going on with some YouTubers. So I want to thank some YouTubers for their wonderful friendship, but many of these people have sent me things through the mail. And I'm probably going to forget some people because I did this so quickly. So sorry about that. So my number 3 is going to be Mark Morris. So Mark Morris recently sent me this Kiss album, which I still haven't opened. My stereo system right now is not really hooked up, and it's hooked up, but I've got a pair of really bad speakers, and I need to get new speakers. I was actually looking during the Black Friday sale, but I could get confused with there's millions of different speakers and whatever. But anyways, he sent me this Kiss album, which I still need to open, but it's so awesome. But even better, he sent me his 2 books of poetry. He just sent them to me. And which, they're available to buy on Amazon. And I have them next to my bedside, on my bedside table. But when I had to move rooms because of, the foster kids, I put everything in a box, and now I forgot which box it's in. So I wanted to show those books of poetry, but I couldn't find them quickly. but I really wanted to thank him because, believe it or not, I'm really enjoying his books of poetry. The poetry is really nice. So I wanted to thank him.
He wrote them himself, right?
Yeah, he wrote them himself, and he illustrated the covers.
Wow.
And so I think self-published, but they're available on Amazon, which is really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. We watched Friday Night Creature Feature. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to grab something. If you want to talk for 5 seconds, I'm going to go around the camera. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where are you? So here's a comment. Mona's Midnight Madness for spooky movies. Okay, I was just talking about this on a stream, how there's a lot of local channels around the country that do these midnight shows, and they often do skits, and a lot of that stuff is kind of, I don't know, it's not available or being lost, and I think it should be compiled somehow. Maybe someone has done that. Maybe there's a website that's done that. I need to research that because I wanted to do a show about it. All right, so while he's looking for something, I might as well just do my next one. And my next one, I'll be one ahead of him, is I want to thank Sleepy Reader, who's in the audience. So Sleepy Reader has been a great inspiration to me. He made me buy all of these, but he sent me some of the collection, the Jack Kirby collection that I needed. I'm still missing one, so I'm on the hunt for that one, but it's the most expensive one. He also sent me this collection of 8-Ball, which I'm just about halfway through. This thing is so funny. He also sent me the Third World Omnibus. Like, he sent me so much cool stuff. But besides the things that you sent me, Sleepy, I really appreciate you, always responding to my texts because I'm annoying and all that kind of stuff. All right, you are up, and if you want, you could do two, or not. You could just do one.
No, I'm kind of doing a continuation of Godzilla. I didn't want to overwhelm people, but I also collect little figures, which I sent you some. I think your kids were playing with them or something.
Yep.
But here's like a little figures. So I think some of these are ones I may have sent you. So there's different versions of Godzilla.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool.
3 different versions.
Those are really cool.
Have like, I don't know if this came from like a game or something, because it has a little flat, like a chess piece.
Yeah.
I found that somewhere.
They're easy to swallow.
There's one of the monsters he fought. I can't think of that guy's name, but it escapes me.
Yeah, I wouldn't know it.
And there's the mechanical one.
Mecha Godzilla. I kind of know that one.
And there's Rodan.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
And, of course, the king of evil monsters.
The 3-headed one. What's that one called? Ghidorah?
Yeah. Or Ghidra. I used to say Ghidra.
I don't know these characters.
Well, I don't know. You're probably right, and I'm wrong. And the cutest one of all the monsters, of course, is
Godzuki.
No, Mothra.
She's Godzuki. So no, that is really cute. Godzuki is cute, though.
And then to go along with that Mothra, my kids got me this last year.
Oh, that's really cute.
A little squishy mellow, I think they're called.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I know you showed off your giant Galactus the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So I also like bigger
ones. Ooh.
He's pretty big.
He has no genitals. Okay, he looks like a slee stack. You remember the slee stacks?
Yeah.
From Land of the Lost?
Oh, yeah, definitely. This could be used as a self-defense weapon, too. It's quite heavy.
Oh my gosh. The next person I'm going to thank, I might have to do it out of order because I put aside. All right, never mind. I'm going to skip. Okay, no, I might as well do it. I don't have a prop for this person. So the next person I want to thank is Morton Ustad. His name begins with 2 A's, and he claims that's an O sound. So I don't know how 2 A's become an O, but whatever. That's his language. So Morton Ustad, another YouTube friend. We're always sending pictures back and forth and texting, and he's just a great guy. And he sent me some stuff, and what he did send me was a comic, 2 comics actually, and I meant to have it with me to show it because they're in his native language. And he's also sent me some original art, and he sent me an art piece of Divine for my husband, which was so cool, which I actually need to get framed. So I want to, even though I don't have a prop, I wanted to say thank you to Morton Ostad for basically being a good friend. Godzuki unsubbed. Yep, he left you. He you chose Mothra. All right, you're up.
Let's see. I don't have a whole bunch of stuff left. A lot of stuff is on. I can't get off the wall.
What the heck? I got like 5 more.
Okay, well, I can grab other things too. So I collect military history books as well. Being in the military for 25 plus years kind of made me fall in love with reading biographies or a lot of stories about World War I, World War II. And my most recent one is about African Americans in Vietnam. It's Blood for Dignity. It's a really great story to read. And it's about it's actually World War II, excuse me. It's the story of the first integrated combat unit ever in the military, and very interesting story on what these young men, how brave they were and what they went through to want to fight. They wanted to fight. And oh my gosh, I have some old picture of me in the book that for some of y'all used it as a bookmarker. Look how stupid I look at.
You don't look stupid.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny.
You look regal.
It looks pasty. I look pasty and ghostly.
I just think that's part of our skin color.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's how we're described. We're pasty and ghostly. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'm up. Oh, is that the only war book you have to show?
Yeah, I just, they're so big because a lot of them are like encyclopedia size. That's the only one that I want to show. That's my most recent one. Okay. But, like Band of Brothers, the original novel, and all those different ones, I collect all of those. And I like to read about military history. And I think it was just because they were available in the PX. The 2 things you could get in the PX, which is the post exchange, is Mark Jeweler insert comics, because that's all they had. I think that's originally where Mark Jewelers came from. Have you ever heard of people collecting the Mark Jeweler comics? Yeah, I think they have that. Oh, yeah, Red Badge of Courage. That's an awesome story. I believe I have that one as well. And I did like the movie that I think Richie Cunningham from Happy Days played that. Ron Howard was in that movie, The Red Badge of Courage, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 70s. So, yeah, I love Civil War, everything. Just all of them. I love to read about historical ones. I don't really read any fictional ones, but I do accept maybe 1 or 2, but mostly I like historical ones.
All right. So I think I'm going to do 2 because you're running out of stuff, but mine are quick. So the next 2 is a group. So Kim at This Is Music and Guz69. They're both people who were around at the beginning of my channel. They really supported me. We did a lot of videos together where we were comparing music. Both of them have sent me things in the mail. Kim has sent me a lot of albums from pop groups of his country. And Guz69 sent me an amazing CD of Beth Orton singing this classical music piece that I really love by Gorecki called, I think, Symphony of Sorrows. It's one of my favorite. If you've never heard it, you got to hear it. So I really wanted to thank those 2. My next one, I don't have props to show. But I do have a list. So the next one that I want to thank is Scott from No Solution. He also has sent me things like he sent me a box of CDs. Actually, I have one of them sitting right there. I wish I could grab it. It's an Overkill, which I love. I listen to that one a lot. But he sent me so many CDs and other things. And just a great support to me. We text off and on. And I have 3 3 to 5 more. So I don't know how many. I could do 2 or 3 at a time though.
Yeah,
son
do
of
whatever
Crom,
you
but
want.
you,
I have tons of
you're
stuff I can go grab if you want me to show more things.
oh well, I basically have like 3 to 5 more people to thank, so I could do it
Okay.
quickly.
Well, I'm not on, you know, we're doing different titles. This is more things that collect. So but I can kind of say I'm thankful for something. I'm thankful. I always you remember the old TV show Kung Fu with David Carradine?
Yeah, my brother was obsessed with it.
Well, me too. I was obsessed with it. I wanted to go sit on. I wanted to be the little boy that sat on the steps out in the snow for months and waiting to be led into the Shaolin Temple. And I never did get to do that. Obviously, my mom thought it wasn't a good idea.
No, it's not. You
But
get frostbitten bum.
but I am thankful to a guy named Matthew Polly, who actually didn't do it when he was a little boy, but he did it when he was a college student, and everyone thought he was crazy. And I love this biography, or not. It's not about his whole life, but it's called American Shaolin. And he actually went there and got trained, and he was stuck with all the little kids, like 6, 7-year-old, and he was like 19 years old, and he got his butt kicked all the time. But he actually did learn some kung fu, and actually was in one tournament where he won like one match or something. So it was really cool. It's a really great story. I read this at least once a year. It's such a great story. So thank you, Matthew Polly, whoever you are.
So, now I'm embarrassed because Kim is here from This Is Music, and I didn't even have a prop to show. All right. So, and also No Solution is here, and I'm thanking these people and not showing anything that they. Yeah, Mark was exposed. Whatever, Mark is coming up with excuses. Whatever, we're all busy, Mark.
Let me grab something.
So, I'm going to slide over, and I'm going to thank. The next are some comic channels that have really been supportive. We text each other, we do shows together, and we send each other things. And those are going to be Hall Yeah, Donald Rex, and Mr. E. And so I really want to thank those channels for all the support. And it's not just the sending of back and forth. It's also, whenever we feel like it, we text each other. And like Hall Yeah as a teacher, and we often text each other, and he starts before me because he's earlier in the day. And by the time I get to work, he's already like, dude, I'm so over this. It's pretty hilarious.
I'm going to grab one more thing while you're talking. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. And then the next one is my 9th, so it's like my penultimate. I want to thank everybody who took their time this week to live stream with me during this. I came up with this pretty much on the spur of the moment, and then I sent out all these invitations, and these people responded, and so I thank you. If you didn't respond and you snubbed me, well then I'm snubbing my nose right back at you. No, I understand everybody's busy. Sleepy. Okay, so the first one was Stevie D. The next one for my second show, these are in order, was Larry's Library. Number 3 was Mark Morris. There you go, Mark. And number 4 was No Solution. Number 5, Donald Rex. Number 6, Mr. E, the Low Grade King. And the gentleman sitting in front of us, number 7 was Son of Crom. So thank you so much. Now I only have sorry. I have 2 more. 2 more.
Okay, I can do 2 more. I'm also thankful, as a joke sort of. Not as a joke. I'm thankful for everyone that showed up too. I so enjoyed watching these people in a different context. I got such a kick out of Mr. E yesterday, Shane and you, because you were like 100 miles an hour, yak, and he's like,
and I'm like, come on, let's go.
Like, oh my gosh, stop rushing Mr. E. But I also am thankful to
I got a lot of smiles out of him though. He was laughing.
Yeah, you did for sure. That was awesome.
And he normally doesn't laugh on his channel, but he was laughing, and I thought that was great.
Yeah, I'm thankful to a lot of YouTubers too. There's too many to name, but I enjoy
No, this is my theme. You did your theme.
I'm thankful for doing that. And I'm also thankful for you realizing not to text me too much, because with this Captain Kirk replica flip phone, it's not actually a Captain Kirk.
It was useless. You know who else? You know who else I can't text? I can't text who is it? Steve. He's in the audience. Like
who?
Stevie D.
Oh, okay.
You can't text him because I guess he doesn't have a cell phone tower for like 5,000 miles from his house. I'm like, who in this day and age can't text?
Well, this one will allow you to text, but the characters are so small, and with your thumb, if you push something, instead of putting, like, if you want to say it would spell like blah, 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 like a big word. So literally, it takes me 15 minutes to respond like thank you.
Maybe it's time to upgrade your phone and join the real YouTube community.
No, I have a.
Don't even respond. The answer is yeah. You need to.
No, I'm not going to do it. I have an iPhone that I get from work, and I have to use that for meetings and all this other stuff. And I am so burnt out on everyone walking around like this down the street or in the mall or in movie theaters or looking down. I'm like, what are they doing? And they're looking at their phone. And
no, that's not a good excuse. You have to have self-control. I don't do that.
Yeah, I just don't want to, because I know I'm addictive, and I would get addicted to looking at stuff too. You know, watching.
I have a great joke. I can't say it. You know. Go ahead. Let's move on.
So my second to last thing I have, as far as the things I collect besides that, is besides my my old historical war things, I collect, I want to say, Barbie dolls. But here's one. I was actually assigned to I was a combat medic, but I was assigned to a field artillery unit, the 214th Field Artillery Brigade, in 1990 when we went in August to Desert Shield, which became Desert Storm. And so I got this artillery man, Dolly. I don't know. That's why
I was going to make a joke, but then it got serious. I was going to say Ken and Drag or one of the village people. But then you made it all serious. Like, I was in the wood. I can't joke about that.
No, well, while we were over there, we all sang village people songs every time we were in the shower together. So
yeah,
it makes perfect sense.
Hilarious. All right. I've got two important people to thank, and that is B-Sides and Doug Anderson. Now, both of them have sent me really nice packages of cool albums, cool vinyl. I just grabbed some 45s that Doug Anderson sent me, but B-Sides has also sent me some really, really cool albums. So recently, Doug Anderson sent me this Donald Duck, a Huckleberry Hound. These are 45 singles. Look at this cool Mighty Mouse.
I love it.
And then I love these old sleeves. And you've got one side with the writing, and then the other side is Virgin. So you got a Frankie Avalon. Look at that. How cool is that?
No Virgin.
Yeah. Well, here's the Everly Brothers. Unfortunately, that one's the same on both sides. But yeah, I love the Everly Brothers. So I'll just go through these more quickly.
They were great. I love listening to them on the radio back in the day. Yep.
Get Brenda Lee, and here's Frankie Avalon. And Win a Date with Frankie Avalon. Hilarious. Here's how you can win a date with Frankie Avalon.
Did you fill out your form and send in your penny?
I wonder if any boys filled that out. Okay, and I just have one more. So do you have anything to share?
Yeah, I have one more that I'll share, and this kind of combines both of our things because I collected these, but I also encourage all of you watching either live or in the future, especially if you have family members, to collect these yourself. Because once we're gone, we're gone. Right?
Oh, you got serious.
So, and not really. I am and I'm not. But we do. Once we're gone, we're gone. And the one thing, people can watch our videos or do stuff like that, but personal messages to people, I wanted mine to be around for a while, so maybe grandkids could see it. So I collected my memories. So I have 5 of these binders. Each one's made for a different person in my house. I covered up our last name so everyone don't need to send me mail or whatever. But that's my daughter. My youngest daughter's name is Silhouette Imperial Elizabeth is her middle names.
Wow.
My daddy's memories. In each book, let me grab it out. So in each book, they each have a different locket to hold my ashes. I know it's kind of morbid, huh?
Not really.
So she has a little one with, let me see if I get it to turn around, with Mjolnir on it, since half of my ancestry is Scandinavian. Mm-hmm. So I had to get Mjolnir there, and you can unscrew it to put my ashes in. And I titled the story.
The way you laughed at that.
So it's called The Story of My Life.
Wow.
And I literally, it took me about 7 years to do this. And it's about 420 pages. It's single page, but I write every single memory that I have from my youngest time. Like the first thing I remember was, where I was born. And these are things that I may have told my kid, but there's things in here that I've never even told my wife that she won't get to read until I'm dead. Thank goodness.
Well, she can sneak into your room and open up the binder.
Well, I talk about like my first kiss and things like that. I talk about my passion, where I got my first tattoo, which was a hilarious story that my wife's never asked and I never told her. I'll share with you though. It was funny. It was in Frankfurt, Germany, and it was at a place called American Tattoos. And the guy in Frankfurt, Germany that owned American Tattoos was British, and his name was Elf, like the TV show Elf Diamond. What a weird situation that was. But it's funny. I was glancing at this morning, and in the back, I have like updates, like things I forgot, or things to try to explain of it. And I have like part 1, part 2, part 3, like things I forgot, blah, blah, blah. And one of them, I didn't even know I wrote this, but it's part 8, and it's only a short paragraph that says, part 8, my love of comic books. Explain that to my family, and I'll just read a little passage from it. It says, I first started reading comic books before I could even read. I don't know if it was the bright covers of the art, but I remember getting comics before I was in kindergarten. It really helped me grow my imagination, my love of drawing that I did when I was a kid, and I believe increased my intelligence, I think, because it put a new sense of having a desire to understand every word that I read. And once I started learning, it instilled in me the sense of always wanting to seek out new knowledge. I collected comics for many years, and even though my parents didn't have a lot of money, my mom could always spare $1 once in a while when my dad got paid every Friday. And back then, when I was little, I could buy 5 comics for 20 cents. And I go on to say a little bit more, but try to explain to them, why are all these comics in Dad's room? Yeah. What are we supposed to do with those? Why does he have them?
Well, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. Your mother was wonderful, but she also instilled in you the fact that now you must spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on all these comic books.
And I do. I
flip side of the coin.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have one thing, and this is a sad story, but a happy, I guess. So I impulse bought something online that I couldn't afford to pay for right away. But time payments, oh my gosh, what an invention. And so as long as it's interest free, I'll do time payments. So I'm paying on a book that is the most expensive comic I've ever bought or ever will buy in my life.
It's got to be a Batman comic, an earlier one.
It could be something that surprises a lot of people, but the one that I have, I already am thinking about what am I going to do with it when I get it, besides just show it once. I'm never going to read it or be able to open it up.
You're going to send it to me. Thank you.
I could do that. Or
no, you can't. You give it to your children.
I'm thinking about the fun I would have if I put it up at auction and just watch people bid on it and get the happiness of being able to get it. Or maybe I'd like to trade it for more.
Or light it on fire.
No, I don't want to do that. But I would like to.
That would be the most watched video on YouTube ever.
Oh my God. I'm not Mr. Beast. I don't
do
have
it live.
But I would like to. I have set my mind on only collecting books from my youth era. So I'll trade it. I think, or consign it to get money to buy more Silver Age books.
You haven't. You don't even have it yet, and you're already thinking about how you're going to get rid of it. That's crazy.
I go through comic books like when I was 16, going through Girlfriends. So
I guess you haven't even kissed this one yet, and already she's out the door.
I will kiss it though when it comes in.
All right, and so this is going to be a no-brainer, no surprise. So the final person I'm going to thank is you for inspiring me to thank everyone, and of course, you sent me these amazing Planet of the Vampire books, which I absolutely love. I went ahead and as soon as I got them, within a very short period of time, I read these and I made a video about them. These comics are awesome, but it was the thought behind it that was so truly touching. So I want to thank you, Son of Crom, for sending me those. We have, and being a friend, unfortunately, you're not someone I can text, as you've already stated. And I would text you a lot more if I actually could, because I love sending people random pictures of, like this morning, I was sending people pictures of possum poop. But you're lucky you didn't get that. I actually put out a little litter box for him last night. And I was happy because he actually pooped and peed in the litter box.
Oh, wow.
He did some outside. So I don't know if it's a wholly successful experiment yet. We'll see. I'm hoping he will start because as he's getting bigger, his poops are getting bigger, of course. I think that's the way it works, right?
What if he turns out to not be that and he turns out to be like a wildcat or something? He's just a baby one, so he looks like a possum.
I don't know. Anatomy seems to say that he's a possum. It's that elongated face. Some guy lighted an unopened pack of cards live and he got roasted in the comments. Like, what kind of cards? An unopened pack of cards? Are those? Oh, you mean like the Marvel trading cards that are going for a lot of money? The whole thing about all these hobbies that are for adults now, like we all used to, buy trading cards. They were cheap, but now they sell a box for $300, $400. It's like, I don't like that. I won't even buy a pack of them. I don't want to take part in something that's going to bankrupt me. And of course, these people are buying them, and then they immediately go up in value. But this is something I'm just never going to partake in. It's just, it just, the whole point of it was, to get, I think trading cards are also for kids, to get kids involved in these things. And no kid can own that stuff.
Well, it probably because there's a clever marketing director for those companies, and they know the main people that want to buy Power Ranger stuff are people that watched it when they were kids.
Well, of course I know that, but it's just
older and make more money.
Yeah, and of course it's totally feeding off of it. But to make one single pack of cards, I don't even know how much they cost, like $30 or more. I don't know.
No,
it's just like, why would I start in like buying that? It's just silly. I can still go on eBay and get a full set of older cards for $10 to $15, like the full 90, like all of them, the full set of any trading cards. Some of them will be 30, for more popular ones, but to buy one pack of cards, and once you buy 2 or 3, you're going to start getting doubles. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I can remember buying cards at a little store right next to the elementary school when my mom would drop me off. And if I had a penny, I would run over there and get a pack of baseball cards or something. But I'd just get it for the gum. And then I'd give the cards to kids that like baseball.
Wow. Well, that's a good way to do it.
I just wanted to stick a gum inside.
So let's go back to this view. So we're at the end of our show. Oh, we're right at 59 minutes. That's perfect. An hour is good. So this was my week of Friendsgiving live stream Onslaught. I had 7 people. Now, I was supposed to do one with someone tomorrow, but I asked him if we could postpone it for a week because I kind of need some time to just kind of relax. I'm not used to live streaming, and so believe it or not, this took a lot of energy because you gotta put everything, get everything together, and then put everything away. And my room's already a mess, so I got crap everywhere. But as I was telling you before, I think this became a reason for me not to do some of the things that I was supposed to do, which YouTube does that a lot for me. But it's okay, because I really enjoyed seeing, as you said, people that I interact with in different lights, because I really tried to get them to show things that they don't normally show on their channels, like you did with your hot sauces and your YMCA dolls. So
Don't talk about it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for this. But do you have any final comments that you'd like to share?
Thank you so much for anyone that watches this, but thank you to you. I really love the people I've met, and you're one of those special people that I just enjoy watching. Maybe if we were walking down the street, we'd never meet or shake hands or do anything like that. But I'm so thankful that I met you, you know, and I so love watching your eclectic style of just doing videos and everything like that. You're very unique, and I enjoy it. I didn't know what to expect today. I spent like an hour in the shower this morning shaving all my chest hair off, just in case you want us to take our shirts off, but you didn't.
Go ahead. But I prefer the hair, just to let you know. And I wish you would have told me you're wearing the Fin Fang Foom, because I have a shirt of Fin Fang Foom, and it's a really nice one.
Oh yeah, I love Fin Fang Foom because I loved large monsters. So when I saw this in Marvel, I gotta have this shirt. So
yeah. All right. So everybody, thank you. Stick around, Son of Crom. I'll leave. We can detox after. So I'm going to go ahead and thank you, everybody, for this.
Hairy chest.
Harry's better. Never shave.